Howdy, howdy.
What's up, man?
Bored.
You're bored on New Year's Eve?
I'm the only one here because my therapy is busy.
Okay. Alright, you set the stage. Alright.
Don't think it works.
Alright.
She is babysitting oh, hold on.
She's babysitting what? Okay. Fair enough. Right. Fair enough. Well, I mean, I'm sure she'll handle it well. I'm sure she'll. Yeah. Well, let's, well, huh? Yes. Have you heard from anyone else? Or anyone else gonna be on the stream? You think? Like, I don't know if Cat or anything. I'm so sorry. I forget the guy's name. What's his name? The guy who always is it Chris? I think I'm thinking of Chris. Right. I'm thinking of Chris, and fiberglass poisoning. Yeah. So what is fiberglass poisoning? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Let me find it. Well, it sounds fun. It does. No long-term health effects should occur from touching fiberglass, but the eyes and the skin are. So, what's going on? Good idea.
Quads, yeah. Click on quads. And then you can go back. Let's straight up. There you go.
White snow, red sky.
Yeah, he's playing Warzone 2, so you might hear him talk a little bit on the mic, but
And I might say, don't fuck away, guys! Oh, shit. Those sorts of things. But, you know.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, he might have a couple of cusses every now and then, but we do cuss on here, so it is the thing.
I don't. I've never cussed. I don't cuss. I don't know any of those words. So I've never won.
Yeah. I'm. Fucking start it.
That came up.
Man.
There was a minute in there where the mic was playing in the background when Joe just popped in, and
All right.
and we were they could at least hear my end of the conversation. I'm like, oh, better shut that down.
It's a good
But
idea.
anyway, welcome to the
cool.
New Year's Eve special podcast. My dog is making a nuisance of himself underneath the desk. Why did I do I need to flip myself, or am I sitting? No, I'm not sitting. I don't know. I look weird in the.
It's perfect.
But you're fine.
No, I just
Yeah,
look
that's
where I'm positioned. There we go. Alrighty. That train completely just derailed. Yeah, Happy New Year. Not yet. I have something special now. Joe, I'm not sure if you were in last week's live stream. I think Kat was for at least a little bit.
I think it was.
Or were you not either?
Hey, Cycle kicked on the team. Yay!
Neither of you were.
I wasn't.
Who was here?
I wasn't here last week. I was here the week before.
Maybe I was the only one up here, and it was just me, and we had a bunch of people in chat. We had a pretty decent live stream last week.
Really?
But I had some cool stuff, man. You guys missed it. My little guy up here in the corner, he had his Rudolph nose and his Santa hat on, his logo, kind of like the one that I have for the regular YouTube one or whatever. So he was all festive up there in the corner. The logo was all festive for Christmas. And then I made it snow.
Howdy.
I made
There
it
you go.
snow in
How
the
did you
live.
do
And
that?
you know what? If you guys are all very good, I can make it snow again. You ready? If any of you guys watching the actual live on YouTube?
I'm in about 1 second.
You can't see it unless you're watching it live on YouTube.
It's
always
sad.
magic.
I'll just have to see it after the fact because I don't have the power to do that right now.
My internet is driving me absolutely bananas.
Well, here
You never want to
Hang
go
on,
on my
I'm watching an
internet.
ad. I'm supporting you right now, Sean. I'm watching an ad.
Okay, hold on.
All right, there we go. All right, now
I'm going to share.
I will be on this for about 45 minutes. I'm going to watch the Calgary Flames and Vancouver Canucks game.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my YouTube stats.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you can see this right there. You can see us.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Where do we want to go? What are we doing? Where are we going? What's happening?
Does that make it better? Yeah, that made it. Yeah, no, that did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following you.
Oh man, a lot of
hey,
mirrors.
Did you mark the spot or did you just bugger off?
Echo.
Anyway, we're gonna make it snow. You ready?
Yes.
Let it
Yeah,
snow.
really? Yeah. Oh, there it is.
I'm ready.
All right. That's it.
It's snowing.
The click of a button. That's pretty cool.
That's cool. I like it.
And you see my guy up there in the corner. He has turned into a his Christmas self as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool.
So
Kind of like a Google Maps license plate blur attempt there.
That'd be cool.
It's
I'm all
not a
for it.
license plate blur. It is snowing.
I'm joking.
Snow.
No, not that. Yeah, no, that's cool.
That's cool.
So
And
let's stop.
and so I have to ask because I've seen your past two videos there, Joe. Is your lens just dirty permanently, or what's going on with
Let me show
that?
you what's wrong with it. Can you see that? Hang on. Let me just.
Oh, is it cracked?
No,
Really?
it's exploded.
Oh, okay.
If the glass is broken, just pull the rest of it out. That's what I did with my one.
No, it's those are just bare lenses. Now they are destroyed. The zoom lens is good. The top one is the one I used to record. This is the normal lens, so I have to zoom out just a little to use this one.
Remember how I just fixed the back case of my cell phone and all that shit and repaired all the glass, which I'd have to replace every time that I go dig into this phone. Well, not only like less than 2 weeks after I did that, you can see the one crack, but then last week, if you see the ones all at the top, I dropped my phone while I was trying to do something with the truck, and it slid across the asphalt and scratched the whole top of the freaking phone.
That's a really nice Logitech C922 Pro you've got there.
Oh, this one? The my webcam that you can see.
Yeah.
How did you know that's what it was?
That's funny. I have that same webcam.
So do I.
It's actually Jess's. We have both the C922 and the C920.
Right. The C920, I remember how popular it was when they were.
Yeah. And the only difference between the two is a way that I think it filters color.
Right. Well, the C922 was great. I've got it somewhere. I should honestly.
Chats that I have not been able to. Oh my god, there's a whole line of chats that I have not seen because it's been hidden behind the StreamYard window. Let me say we catch up. So Jess is yelling at me for being late to my own show. And those are not truck noises. Those are Pontiac 400 noises. All of the noises that you hear in the beginning of the video of the not starting.
Yeah.
Those are all Pontiac 400 engines.
Yeah, see, I knew that. Because your truck doesn't sound that badass. That's how I knew that.
Yeah. And so yeah, she heard me and Spicy Child before we started.
Saying what?
Remember I told you that the mic wasn't muted?
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, well, she caught it.
Gee, I shouldn't have insulted her.
Brad said, "Oh no, she's starting already because
the
resident troll. You can't forget about the resident troll."
And I get an immediate backpack out of the deal. Yeah, baby.
Saying we were all late. I got a lot to catch up here. Brad saying howdy, hi Brad. I don't know.
I'm playing with an elastic band right now.
She said I could hear you all since Spicy Child joined. I know. I realized that the mic wasn't muted.
Oh, I broke it. Yeah, it's the end of it.
That'll happen.
Yes, the fat guy is here. I need Lucas. Why do I need Lucas? Oh, you need Lucas card game. I have to get you. It says he got a card game for Christmas. It's called Don't Go Bananas. It's kind of like Uno. It's kind of like Uno, but all of the cards have something that is supposed to help you learn how to control your spiciness.
What? That's an identity crisis waiting to happen.
Hence the title of the game is Don't Go Bananas.
Shit.
Right. There's the cuss words we were talking about there.
Jess says Novaception.
There we go.
Wait, who has bad luck?
Should have.
I've tied my elastic back together.
Well, there you go. Aren't you just freaking like amazeballs? Nick apparently has a barn find coming. Since I'm guessing neither of you guys can see the chat.
No. I did have it pulled up. Hang on.
I don't know why you don't. I mean, you should have that phone plugged in and that chat rolling.
Hang on a moment. I got it.
Host to you. I understand Kat's got technical difficulties. She's got a dad that's going to war.
Oh, that's right. Sorry to hear that.
Hopefully he digitally makes it home.
Well, and
Oh, now we got jailbreak.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
wait,
well,
you
and,
breaking
well,
jail?
and even he's even using my headset right now too. So
Oh,
it's actually
geez.
harder to hear you guys because of that.
You should
I
look
see.
carefully then.
Yes.
Apparently, Nick went down, got killed by poisonous fog. Sad
What?
day.
Who's getting killed by poisonous fog? What are you?
They're playing the heist game in chat.
What?
By the way, at the end of this, at some point in this live stream, I'm going to announce everybody who gets to get a shirt. We already know Jess is getting a shirt. Kat, unless she falls dramatically and loses like all of her points because she answers a question wrong later about what kind of beer I have, she'll be second. Third, actually. Because Jesse passed.
Woo!
I thought I saw Jesse in here. No, Jesse's not in here yet.
Which direction?
Bradley's just gambling everything. They're just all playing with the cloud bot.
Lost
Nick looks like
$10,000. No.
wow.
Yeah,
Nick
you're
found
shooting.
an '89 Toyota pickup truck. Garage kept its whole life. Last ran was 2002.
There you go.
That thing's
That's
got to be
amazing.
kind. Hopefully that thing's kind of minty.
Okay.
I think it's minty.
That's about around the year that. What year was the one that was in Back to the Future?
Back to the Future, that was 85, I think.
Got to be
86?
close. 89's got to look close to it, doesn't it?
Oh, they're very similar to each other, yeah. Okay, I think that makes a difference.
Is the gamble on?
Oh, much better. Yay.
300 seconds.
Jess is already making gambles on the what beer I'm drinking.
So there we go. So I didn't realize that my volumes was a little lower because it's stupid. When I'm in this, it classifies it as a call, but it's not. It's actually media volume, and so I had to physically go into my volume settings to change that because I could barely hear you guys from.
Mine was the same thing.
Nick says there is not a spot of rust on it, just one problem, no keys. The guy lost them, so change the lock cylinders out.
Yeah, and being a truck, stupid easy to do, and the ignition, that's a pain. But again, worst case scenario, you swap the steering column.
Jack, son of a bitch.
Oh no, the swearing.
Well,
That'll happen, sorry.
I don't care.
man.
The last live stream of the year, if it gets freaking canned, it gets canned. By the way, we did 49 live streams this year.
All right, happy New Year.
Hey, there you go.
That means I only missed 3 weeks all year.
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Ugh.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like Ed the Talking Horse, and you're asking me, sir, I don't like it. That's a Ren and Stimpy thing, if you know that one.
I get that reference, and I appreciate the reference.
How do you know that reference? You were. I don't even know if you were a stain on the sheets at that time.
No, he wouldn't have been.
You talking to me? No.
Yeah.
No.
Because Ren and Stimpy was Nickelodeon from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot how old you were. I forgot I was talking to my grandma Katerina here for a minute.
Right?
Nickelodeon.
Hey, there is. Well, I mean, but it did go off the air before you were even born. That's what I'm getting at.
They did bring it back, but they did not bring back. They didn't bring back the controversial episodes, which most of them were controversial.
Well,
yeah, the entire show was controversial. Like
Yes,
it's amazing that it was a kids show, but
it was never ever meant to be a kids show.
Yeah, well, it's just funny though because it was on Nickelodeon. Like that's where it aired.
That was never ever meant to be a kids show. All us old folk home people, Jess says. Nick says it's an 89. He could probably hotwire it to a switch. You probably could, but why? If a truck is that clean, I mean, I can understand to get it started, but just get it.
Yeah, no, don't drill any holes in the dash or anything like that. No.
Exactly.
If it's that nice of a survivor, don't even touch it.
Don't
just
fuck with it. Just
think
get it running, get it restored. don't even do anything. Like don't do anything to alter it from the way it is, other than to get it running and moving and useful.
Yeah, because the only thing you can do is if you just want to hear it start and you want to bypass the ignition, okay, fine. Wire something under the hood that can be removed after.
Yep. Nothing permanent.
It's pretty easy to get a car running.
To get it out of the garage, it needs to run, and there's a way.
Well, it would be injected too, so there is a little bit more involved, but not much.
You just need to jump the freaking starter switch and jump the ignition switch.
And then you can't drive it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got pop. You all you got to do is pop the pop the tumbler out.
Yeah, you can do that.
No.
Pop the tumbler out. He's gonna have to replace it anyway to get a new key. Pop the tumbler out.
How do you pop the tumbler out there, Sean?
Huh?
Well, if
you're not gonna give a shit about whether or not you're using it again, you just freaking drill it out.
Well, actually, no. You wouldn't drill it out because on those, it's actually very easy to damage the column if you do that. You're better off, I'm not even kidding you, taking the column out and taking it out from there, because it'll actually be easier because you can access everything that way.
Well, we have a Bradley, maybe.
But at that point, you may as well just say, screw it, replace the entire steering column with an ignition already in.
Right. Why is it that those Toyotas have that tendency to have their columns damaged if you drill it out?
From what I've heard, because again, and it might be, I can't remember if it's that one or if it's like the Corollas. I'm trying to remember for sure of similar vintage. There's a lot of like cheap plastic that's right there, and right behind that, because they actually embedded some of the wires into the plastic itself, and if you do that, you'll nick the wire, and it just becomes such a pain in the ass afterwards. Like, they're very easy to steal in the fact that, okay, you can just, put the screwdriver in and do it that way, but you can still damage a lot of crap doing that at the same time, and a drill is even worse. So, it's one of those things where, if you're going to take them out, you go look up the official way to do it, and just do it that way. And especially when it's such a clean vehicle like that, you should do it the right way anyway.
You don't really want to destroy it.
No, you don't.
It survived how many freaking years being, buried underneath of somebody's junk in a barn.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that it's a Toyota truck with no rust. That doesn't exist. That's a unicorn.
All it needs is to run and pull out of the garage onto a trailer. So he just needs to get it onto a trailer.
Why would you get it running there?
Because it's easier to get a truck to move while it runs than it is to try to push one out.
Yes, I've made the mistake of getting a car running before I bought it.
What is the thing that you've been having when you have either bought something new or restored something new or brought what is that?
Me?
Yeah, you've been.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's a unicorn. No, I'm serious. I bought it from Kyle, actually. It's a 73 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese? You mean like Swiss cheese, as in?
No. I mean Pulp Fiction. I mean Royale with cheese. The interior. My dad and I were having a whole conversation about it. The interior is a very particular yellowy, pukey color, and I love the car. I think it's great.
You like anything that's weird and...
It's not that weird. You know how many of those they made?
Yeah, I was gonna say they were a popular car back in their day.
No, the cheese color.
But even in those color schemes too.
Now, honestly, is it cloth or is it vinyl interior? Is it like a
what?
Is it like a cloth interior or is it vinyl?
Yeah. Oh, it's cloth. It's got some vinyl trim on the seats. There's fake vents on the dash. There's nothing Royale about it. It's got an AM.
Shit was nothing but fucking gimmicky.
Well, I was gonna say, wasn't old Delta 88 Royale, wasn't that essentially the base?
Yes, this is what I've gathered, because I don't know what I have to still figure it. It's a new car to me. I have to figure out what the trim designations were for back in the day, because the Royale I figured would have been some kind of
Fancy.
an option, right? I thought that would be okay. You get
Well,
a tilt column, or you get cruise.
that is the old, which is one step below the Cadillac. Because it would
Walk
have
up
been.
here.
Huh?
Yeah, but it still means. But the one thing is the caddies were really the only ones that actually had a bunch of options from the factory, because the rest of them you can get as a stripper still. Didn't matter if it was a Pontiac, a Chevrolet,
But
an Oldsmobile, or a Buick.
yeah, the thing is though, is each one of those brands had a certain tier of standard, like
Sure.
like you know,
Oh, yeah.
your Chevy was your working man's vehicle.
Yeah, I know what you
GMC
mean.
was
But basically, but gotta remember though, with GM especially, of what they did, and it's gonna be very similar actually to, well, for example, the Capri that I'm currently driving versus a regular Mustang, and the fact that it's just a tiny bit nicer inside. Like just a little better materials, maybe thicker carpets and
because that's
a little better
Mercury
headliners.
was-
That's basically it
Mercury
for the
was-
base models.
I'm actually truly shocked at how bad the interior. And I can't diss the Oldsmobile too much because I really love the car. But I am an objective person, and I'm actually quite surprised at how poor the interior is for an Oldsmobile. The carpet is like, it's not cut pile. It's this, or it is cut pile. I don't know. I forget what the difference is between cut pile and Essex. But either way, it's the super hard, really cheap carpet, and it's
most of the 70s.
seats are okay, but the plastics, the faux wood trim.
This is 70s GM. You got to remember that too.
It was a particularly bad year. In fact, in '74 and '5, they actually picked it up a little bit better. They made their later '70s quite a bit better than the.
Well, I'm not sure, because actually, was that so? Is that the first or second year for that style of Delta?
Second?
Okay, because I mean, to be honest, the first year or two. Oh, he dropped out for a second. Come on.
When roll.
Well, we lost a spicy child.
Oh no, too much. It's past his bedtime already. Damn it.
Cheers.
Oh, he's back.
Thank you. No second.
God, we put you back where you were. Hold on. We
To
got
be
to
honest.
people around.
Yeah,
We'll just switch everybody. There we go.
perfect.
I feel like the Brady Bunch up there.
What were you saying, Karen?
Oh yeah, well, I was just mentioning though, like, and especially, and GM especially is famous for this. Is the first year or two of production, they're terrible. Like when it comes to the brand new models, it's just the worst. And then once you get towards the end, they nail it completely, and then they axe it and do something else.
I know.
Like no different than, look at the one of the most famous ones for this. Look at the C4 Corvette. When they first made the first one in '84, it was not a good car. It was horrible. And towards the end, they made the ZR1 in '95, the best one ever, and then they went to the C5 right after. It's like, why would you do that? I don't. That's always what they do, and I never understood that.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. They've got a very interesting production model, and they stick to it, and I don't think they're going to change it. Now looking, it's like in 1971-ish is when they really changed to that. So it's a 73, so third year maybe, give or take. It's I don't know. I know what you mean though, and I agree with that. It's a crappy, like the materials are crappy, but I don't care. I've got a Cadillac, right? That's if I want to be in something nice, I'll be in my Cadillac.
For sure. I mean,
but I do want to say this. I want to say that people hate on Ford like crazy. It's an identity thing to hate on Ford.
I think it's more fun than anything.
The Thunderbird, I don't know why I said it like that. The Thunderbird is so much better than both of those cars. Like, I've driven my Cadillac a lot, but the Cadillac is still a Chevy. I still feel like it's a Chevy with a whole bunch of really cool
So
And
the
the Thunderbird, they put sound insulation in
Right.
it. They put
That's-
sound options in it. They more intelligently thought it out.
Hold on. There's too many people talking.
Yeah, I see that.
It just makes it hard with noise. And Brad, whatever you're doing, it sounds like you're trying to talk through a bubble.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure it's you. Let me mute you for a
What?
second. Let me see if it's you. I don't hear it. Whatever you're using as a mic is picking up whatever you're doing, and it sounds really, really funky. It sounds like we have a fish tank in the room.
It's
Okay.
a new beanie. It's got a light on the front and speakers built into the side.
I don't know. It's weird. And I don't know if that's what it is, but it's. I'm hearing this weird like background noise. Oh, but okay. Go ahead, Joe.
Just saying that I feel that Ford put a lot more thought into their production and their models back in that era. I mean, if you get into the Ford versus the Cadillac, the Ford is so much better. It
Right.
drives better. The sound insulation is better. It's more comfortable. It's more thoughtfully thought out than the Cadillac. It's just that's my opinion.
It
I'm not
depends
saying that's
on
the
the
case.
year.
Cadillac looks a lot better. Just saying.
It depends-
Well,
I-
and especially actually through the interesting thing is, Ford through the 70s especially, they had the superior stuff. Like even if you look at the trucks, while the Dodges would last longer via drivetrain,
Oh, that
the
was weird.
the Fords
that.
were just way more better built by far.
Yeah.
Especially with the trucks. Like, and I love Ford trucks. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, Dodge trucks. Don't get me wrong. But even like the Ford trucks are they're superior trucks by far.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, and I never thought I'd hear myself say this. I almost disagree with you. Like I see what you're saying, and the reason I feel that way, I mean, if you look at like you said, the drivetrain thing, Ford. Actually, you know what? I guess if you're talking about 70s, yeah, I'm more thinking like when it became later 70s. When I'm thinking
it really
70s,
does depend
80s,
on.
when they became cheap garbage.
It really
But I
depends
think,
on
yeah,
what year.
yeah, I'd say you're right. Actually, I'm thinking of the wrong era, but yeah, I agree with that. Like they've put more thought into the driver rather than the car around the driver. They thought more about, okay, how are you going to experience this while you're driving it and while you're using it and getting in the bed and whatever it is, right?
And they thought about that, and it started in the 70s with Ford. Because like before that, yeah, I mean, Dodge always had less quality stuff, excluding Chrysler was one of the only ones that it was a little nicer. But everything else, not quite as good in the Dodges or even Plymouth. And then like Chevrolet, or even just GM in general, has always been the really cheap ones. Because they always kept stuff pretty much the same and tried to use the cheapest materials possible. Well, Ford, they tried to do a little more upscale thing. And because they did it much better than Chevrolet did with the trucks, especially in the 70s. Like, if you look at, because it was, I think they call it the Scottsdale version of the square body Chevy that started in like 73 or 74.
Yep, I know.
Nice truck. It started it, but then Ford, by the late 70s, so much better. And better looking truck, too, I find. But
I 100% agree with you.
I disagree. There's nothing better looking than a Chevy square body.
Of course.
I'll
I'll let you have that.
For the 80s and 90s, there's nothing better looking than a Chevy square body.
well, yes, 80s and 90s, that's fine.
Up until you start
so
getting into
heavily
like the
disagree.
cat
I'm not
eyes
even-
and things like that. Though Ford literally just completely lost me in the mid 90s as far as the Ford trucks.
Well, that got loud in a hurry.
Yeah, because like the one thing is, I will say, for 70s trucks that is just a base model truck and there's no special edition of it, 78, 79 Ford pickup, I think is the best looking one.
Yeah.
By far, without doing any additions. Otherwise, Dodge is going to win that by a landslide with the
Wait,
Warlock.
in what year?
78, 79.
No, I'm not. I mean,
Yes.
I know there's people out there. I am not a fan of the first gen Dodge Ram. Do not like it.
Yeah, I never said Dodge.
You just said Dodge wins at the end.
No, I did not. I said Ford.
Did you?
I said 78, 79 Ford. Use your ears, bud.
I could have sworn you said Dodge, but whatever. Okay. But you said Dodge wins hands down. I don't know.
No. I said the only way, like, I mentioned Dodge in the fact with special editions, theirs were looks-wise better. When it came to like the Warlock, Little Red Express, the Midnight Express, the Macho, they were better looking trucks. For the special editions, but for the base, Ford had it hands down 78, 79.
Nope, still Chevy guy.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
I agree with that.
You see, the two Ford people up there are agreeing with the Ford.
Hey,
Here's
to
a
be fair,
You get into the 90s, and I'm going to say Dodge truck had the best looking truck in the 90s.
oh yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
With the first gen Ram or second gen Ram, yeah.
Nick, we are seeing your comments. I will get to it in a minute.
Where are we up to there?
Yeah, I just sent you something, Katerina. You don't have to look at it. I'm doing it so I can access it from Messenger.
I've been trying to answer Nick's comments, but my other phone's been messing up, so it's jumping all over the place.
We will tackle that. I just didn't want to interrupt. Like, unlike the previous live streams that I used to be in, we won't mention who they are. Salad bar. But they used to literally interrupt a good conversation that had traction and was going to switch comments because switch topics at a certain time. And it's like, no, this conversation, this topic is going. It's hopping. You got the comments in the chat going. You got the people up on the screen. Why are you going to change the topic until you've played through it? I'm not one of them people. If you guys are going at a freaking topic, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. I'll get to it eventually, but I'm not going to sit here and just immediately change subjects. But yes, that is an important subject because it involves one of our own. But yeah, we'll get to it. Even though I just completely killed that part of that conversation anyway. But oh well.
I'm frozen.
But yeah, we can. Who's got a dying cat? Is that you?
That's my okay. That's Saber. He's wanting, fresh water from the tub down the hall. We ignore him for a bit. He'll stop.
I'm just. It's like.
That's what he does. Bear in mind, he's 23, so he's gonna do that.
The right. Anyway,
Yeah, go on.
so yes, the reason we haven't seen Chris recently. If you guys all remember, I'm pretty sure this goes back to the event where he had the cab of his truck just about turned into a convertible. And they repaired it pretty crappily and sent him back on his merry way with his truck. So from what I'm understanding is that there was probably fiberglass dust still in the cab of the truck, and he was breathing it in. Does it breathed in, or was it absorbed through his skin? You just muted yourself. All right,
It was breathed in, but also it was embedded into his skin because it was throughout his mattress.
Wow.
They didn't clean the fiberglass up properly.
Now, is that all on Chris, or is he in the process of making sure that he is compensated?
Yeah. Right now he's on, last I knew, he was on workman's comp, and he had the company going after the cleaning service company that did the repairs on the truck for all of his lost wages, all the downtime, and the workman comp payments.
And none of his pain and suffering and all of that shit either?
Well, and the medical bills and stuff.
Well, that's not pain and suffering. Pain and suffering is different than medical bills. Pain and suffering is your personal reimbursement, not money reimbursement.
Yeah, he's going after for everything.
Yeah.
Like,
So
he's not going to let him get away with it.
How is he doing, though? I haven't talked. I've talked to him here and there on whatever, but he hasn't really been very talkative.
Hey, last I saw him, it was when we had the death in the family, and he came up here for that little bit, and then I left for work.
Okay, I didn't know if you talked to him personally, but I've tried messaging him a few times on Messenger, and he hasn't been very talkative.
Yeah.
But yes, we hope Chris is okay, because he's the longest. He's definitely the longest running member of this group so far. Because he's been since my very first podcast, he was involved in that. Well, hiya, Jesse. Jesse says hi to Kat, to Joe, and to Brad.
What's up, man? How's it going?
And he says hopefully Chris is okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, does anybody remember these? Finally dug them back out of the garage. So we had AJ Ryan on our live stream in 2001, and she is the author of this book called Firebirds.
I remember.
Yeah, I know you remember. Yours is on your way.
Got it. Can't wait.
Anyway, so we on our live stream, and she sent me a couple books. She gave me a copy. I think your dad has a copy, Brad, or your stepmom. I don't know. Miss Formie. And then I have a copy, and I still have one more copy. Because it was supposed to go to a certain person that decided to royally shove a big knife up my back.
Up your back.
I think is well, and it's one of the reasons this live stream lost momentum for a little while. We actually literally was a noticeable drop off after that incident of views and everything. Like hardcore, just literally just sheer drop off. Is that whole crew with I want to say George. It's not George. What's his name? Not Roy. Roy Marco was somewhat part of that. You were. I was. Cletus was. Who was the other garage? Robert's garage, and then you had his other buddies. You know.
Okay.
They took a big chunk of my viewership away when they caused that whole big stink and made me look really bad in front of their viewers and everything. Literally lost a whole crap ton of views, like overnight. But anyway,
Yeah. Life, people suck.
Yep. So I have this book that is not going to that one person because fuck that. I think that's going to be part of what if somebody wants it, I'm going to let somebody have it because good author, it is a good book. So I'd like to see somebody get it and enjoy it instead of it sitting here on my desk. So that's going to be one of the things. Anybody who won last year, I've said this several times, I need to wait till I get a little bit more caught up on money. And I'm going to have you guys just pick something off of the merch store. If there was something on the old merch store that you guys are looking for, that you guys thought was cool, that's not up there now, let me know, because I could throw it up there. I have all of the, what is the words I'm looking for? All of the images to make them. I just have to make them in the new company that I'm working with. And then same thing for the people that win this year. You know, just gonna have you guys pick something, and then I'll just reimburse you guys however much it was. Like, I'll reimburse you like immediately. You just need to know what it was. But I think I'm also going to do a discount to where it's only going to be how much the shirts go for retail, like at cost. That way you guys don't have to pay so much out of pocket before I reimburse you. But I'll do it like one at a time or whatever, so that way I can make sure that I can get you the money right away.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what shirts you guys are interested in, what shirts may not be on there that you guys wanted before. What, do you want one of these? Brad. Alright. If nobody else claims it, then
I'm not a reader, but I mean, I would still take it anyway. I just can't
you
get.
can find it. Actually, it would be cheaper for you to buy it online than it would be for me to send it to you.
Oh yeah. Well, how about you just send it to
Because
me anyway? And I'll pay
I went to go send, well, because Cat's copy is signed, so is this one. They are signed by the author.
Right. That's a big deal.
Mine is too. I got this one actually is to all of us. So it's Sean and folks at NOVAtazz. Thank you for having me on your show. Enjoy Firebirds. So I have a little bit more of a.
It's personalized,
Right.
yeah.
Um,
It's cool.
It's personal.
But
You know.
But yeah, so that one. But like when I went to go send hers, could not believe the amount that it cost just to send less than £1 package to her from my address. It was.
It's brutal. Like, through the pandemic, shipping prices went insane. You know, I used to be able to send stuff anywhere for like $5 basically, like, and it didn't really matter how big it was. And now it's like 20 or 30.
Yeah, Jess has a shipping app that she uses for her business, and that's how we got your thing shipped to you. I just handed her. I was like, I gotta keep forgetting. Here it is. Here's the stuff. Do what you need to do, and that way I can get it to the thing. But yeah, I was not expecting it to be as much as it was. Kat knows how much it was. It was like about what she said, like $20 for me to send the book to her. You can buy it on Amazon, and if you have Amazon Prime, it's free shipping up in Canada for $14.99.
Oh,
It'll cost you less for you to buy it and have it shipped to yourself than it would be for me to send you an already bought copy. Which is also why Jess doesn't ship outside of
How many
US
people
normally.
have voices?
Yeah, it can be bad. Like, that's why, depending on what I'm doing,
Some
if
people
it'll
give
fit
me a
in
hard
a
time about it. I haven't quite figured the fucking thing out yet.
Kate, Saber, stop. Kate, stop. Come here. Come here.
So,
Well,
Come here.
the flat rate
How much
boxes
is
were
mine?
even more expensive.
it's fine.
It was going to cost me like almost $30 in even a flat rate envelope.
Brutal. Yeah.
So
Because, like,
that was the cheapest way to send it to you, was the way that we send it to you.
yeah, that's fair. And I mean, as long as it doesn't get lost in customs for a while, because it's currently in customs. So
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get lost. It's got I sent you some goodies with it. You got some of my OG stickers and my OG business cards, because I don't really have any use for them anymore.
And, so actually, I wanted to mention this because I won't be here too much longer because there's a hockey game tonight. So my '81 Mustang might finally be done this week or this coming week, because I'll be going up this week. So I'm happy.
There you go. So we'll keep an eye out for updates on your channel.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, and when the clutch is broken in, I can't wait to bang shift it.
We have Nick wanting to get a copy of it, and then same with you, Brad.
You guys, Mark, having a clue.
I think Brad claimed it first. Nick, you can find it. I'll send you the link off of Amazon. You can find it on there, either digital copy or the actual paperback. Funny thing is it's $19.99 in the U.S. and it's $14.99 in Canada, in U.S. money.
Now, I'm gonna assume, is she in Canada?
Mm-mm.
That's weird. Unless if the printing company's out of Canada, that might be what it is.
Odds are.
Now the funny thing is, on here, on the back of the book, it says $14.99 in the U.S. and $20.95 in Canada for the actual book. But on Amazon, it's cheaper in Canada.
Well, they must have a deal then on Canadian Amazon. I don't know.
Well, let's see if I can see if she has anything on here. No, she doesn't have anything marked there. It's registered with the Library of Congress, so I'm going to assume it's a U.S. based. I know she said that I think she was from California, maybe.
Oh, okay. Because I couldn't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
You know, I'm gonna go take my Oldsmobile for a drive.
Right now.
You know why? Yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Are you ready to hear this?
I'm listening.
Because I can.
And actually,
Wow.
I wanted to ask you one thing because I haven't fully clicked on the ad yet. That 75 volts. What are you thinking with that?
The cutlass?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's not that cool, but it's cool. It's a 4-door cutlass.
Well, here's something that
What
might be a
year
little
cutlass?
cooler about that. Does it have bucket seats in it?
I
Put it
doubt
wrong.
it. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Let me check.
Wait, what year Cutlass?
75.
75.
It's a 4-door, but they could actually have bucket seats, and there was something very cool about their bucket seats, especially the Cutlass.
It looks like it might,
no,
actually.
Nick says if you don't smoke the tires off because you can, I will be upset.
I actually can't.
Whatever.
So, yeah, there's that.
What is it?
Fair
What
enough.
is in that Olds anyway?
455 Rocket Turbo
Why the hell
400.
can you not freaking smoke the tires on that thing?
I don't know. It won't.
You have the torque to freaking spin them off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially right now with it being icy and stuff like that, it'll do it.
I'm sure if I pulled up onto a nice, wet, icy pavement, yeah,
You
sure.
should be able to freaking
I mean,
spin them off.
it should have enough torque
All right,
to do
well,
that.
I'm gonna go try it. Thanks for the idea. I'm gonna go try it.
All right, so
Yeah, I was gonna
apparently
say-
Nick is bailing on us. He's going to a New Year's. He's going to a party downtown.
Wow.
Team Mechanic, you're bailing.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Well,
Pat is not
and
bailing
you know,
yet. She's going to be. I don't know who's all going to make it to the. You'll have to watch the live stream later. Then if we make it to midnight, because if we make it to midnight,
Well-
I have a special for midnight. I have my count. I have my phone ready to tell me when I should
Give
do
everybody
the thing.
$1,000 cash.
What?
You're not gonna give everybody $1,000 cash, are you?
I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. I mean, you'd have to be here at midnight.
Oh, are you saying there's $1,000 in it for me? Okay, all right. That drive can wait.
I didn't promise anything.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, and because looking at your video that you posted today, and just like, hey, look, the one rear tire is bald. I wonder why. It was doing burnout.
It
Actually,
should one wheelie peely.
it's a posi. It's a posi.
Okay, is it functional posi though?
I'm not gonna get it.
I'm sure. You never know.
'Cause a lot of them, you know,
I don't think so.
I don't even
But
know.
I'd like to.
Actually, no, I do know that my TA is still a functional posi because it did do the double burnout when we loaded it up on a trailer. I was worried for a while that it wasn't because the burnout it did in the 4th of July video that I did the one year, that was a one-wheeler. And then one of the burnouts that is in the intro is also a one-wheeler. So I don't know.
Well-
I'm probably going to end up having to tear that rear end apart at some point. But
I'm gonna go ahead and rebuild it if it is not functional. But I will let you know if it's functional as soon as possible.
Brad's wife's car is a 2012 Fiesta and does burnouts. So does our Kia Soul. It will do a burnout.
My Mazda did burnouts. My Mazda 3s both did really good burnouts.
They were coming
But
to
then
you.
again, they're running about the same horsepower with half the car weight.
Well, sure.
It's a 70. You said it was a 70. What year was that? 75?
3.
73?
73 455.
Should make
Even
around
if it's
less
a-
than 200 horsepower.
No, it's gonna make at
No,
least
no,
200.
no.
It's not a 75 or a 76 engine. Gotta remember that. Even if it's a 2-barrel, it's probably making like 220.
I want to
It
say
is a
after
4-barrel
71.
Rochester Quadrajet, and it does not have any emissions or AC. So I'd say that it's making well over 200
It's the
horsepower.
heads that matter.
At least.
It's the
on
heads
factory,
that matter.
and
They
the
changed the heads
I
and
know.
it killed the
Yeah.
engines.
Yeah,
I
and now
don't
don't get me
believe
wrong.
you
That
said
started. Well, that started in 73. I know that, but they didn't get really bad till 75.
I will look it up. How's that?
And it has the tote package.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume. Well, okay,
Tow
you
package
know what?
would be a lower gear.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know what tow package is? It means you probably have
Yes,
like
I do.
355s.
Yeah, and a hitch. You're forgetting
Was it
that.
1973 olds?
And a turbo 400 instead of a turbo 350.
Well, it's a big block. It's gonna have a 400.
Would you say 455?
Well, you could get the turbo 350 in them for some reason. I don't know
With the
why.
big block?
I believe so.
I
Oldsmobile
was
was
right. I was right.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
Okay, so the
195?
73 Oldsmobile Delta 88 Royale hardtop sedan
198.
in 1973, it made
195.
225 horsepower at the crank.
Called it.
So Caterina was right.
No, because most new cars are all measured at the wheel. At the
Yeah, no,
wheel,
they're not.
225.
No, they're not.
Yes.
No, they're not.
No.
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 No. Trust me on that. No. Everything is still at the crank to this day. Almost nobody measures it to the wheels, and even then, everybody lies nowadays too, just like they did back then.
Yeah. Well, 225 horsepower at the wheel is going to be less than 100 horsepower.
Yeah, I said, 220. I was saying crank. I never mean wheel, because I already know that, yes, it's going to be detuned. It's going to be fast? God, no. But it will be
It's
still
fast.
fun. Well, okay, correction. It's probably faster than my 81.
Of course it's faster than your 81. Are you kidding me?
It might even be faster than the convertible.
360.
Of course it's faster than your convertible. Are you kidding me?
It has 360 foot-pounds of torque.
That sounds about right.
Boom.
Yeah. Wait, it'll have more than enough torque to burn off those tires. And they're already shitty old tires anyway, so.
Well, I have to actually have the money and the tires to replace those, because that's going to be my daily driver pretty quick here. So,
Okay, just a question. Have you looked at, like, say, pick and pull for tires for that thing? Because I bet it's only going to be, like, less than $200.
yeah, I would have to get yard tires because I know they don't have 235 75 15s in the lobby. So I know I might have some luck in the yard. I'm not sure.
Ah, fair enough.
I'd have to see. But even then, yard tires are hit or miss. But I did find some really nice tires for my red F-150 in the yard, though, and rims too. So
Yeah, there you go.
maybe. We'll see.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
all
fair
right,
enough.
well, catch you guys later. I'll let you know if my rear end is a functional posi.
That's
Okay with
similar
that.
to the car that I almost bought for my first car, though.
What?
Similar?
My first car that I wanted to buy that I found was, I would say, a mid-70s Buick Electra 455.
Nice. There you go. Well, different motor, but very
Different
nice.
motor. Yeah, it's the Buick engine, but it's pretty similar.
Similar, yeah. Yeah.
But
Same
yeah,
principle.
it had those plastic end caps like the Caddies had on the top of the rear rear fenders.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But they were all busted.
Yeah, mine's like that too, and but it's not the end caps.
Yeah, that was the first
right, well,
big
I'll-
four-door that I fell in love with, was the Buick Electra.
You gotta get more into the 4-doors, man. Save the 4-doors. Hashtag save the 4-doors.
I definitely
All right,
don't
see
want
you
a
later.
four-door Nova. I don't like them, and I don't know if I'd ever want a four-door Firebird either. I do have a four-door Dodge.
Hey, I guess I need a link for a 4-door Firebird for sale.
I don't want one.
It's a limo.
Please send me that link.
Yeah, it's
Would you send me that link, please?
Yeah, I'll find it,
Huh?
yeah. I can find
Yeah,
it.
send it to me. Let's see one. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
So what are we doing now? We are down to, we have 4 people in the chat, in the lobby, and we have us 3 up here. We should do some of our, we'll do this one. What's in the cup? What do you got, Kat?
There's guys that
Got some Coke?
in the
Over
building
here,
again.
throwing back some Coke.
Go, go.
Brad, what you got? Oh, mystery. That is mystery. That's not fair. It's hiding. That looks to be like, yeah, I was gonna say, is that a Miller Lite?
GG boys.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Richard Rawlings over here.
What is Dad drinking?
He's got actually. Well, he was drinking Monster coffee. I'm not sure if he downed it though or not.
Oh yeah.
No, there you go.
Let's say Monster Coffee. Okay, I have this. There's your clue. Oh wow, you can see my face through it backwards.
Well, there you go. Well,
We
actually,
We are going to double. Whoever gets it is. We're going to double their points.
And actually, I'll be headed out here too, unfortunately. So happy New Year, y'all. I'm not sure if you guys are on afterwards. I'll come back, but you probably won't be.
I want to try to make it to New Year's, but if the chat dies or I get like, or it just in general dies before New Year's, and I won't be on.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not gonna just hang out here by myself till New Year's. That's depressing.
That's what I do every year. Come on now.
It's one thing doing that by yourself. It's another doing it while on camera, live on YouTube.
Fair enough. Anyways, yeah, I'll see y'all later.
All right, bye, Kat.
Bye.
All right, Brad. Me and you. Gonna have to talk now. So it looks like it's me, you, and Jesse, which is fine.
Yep.
So yeah, nothing new in my end as far as any of this stuff, except for Jess launches her new company today, tomorrow, today. I'm kind of live now. It's that one that I was working on the logo for, which I did show in last week's live. But it's Crossroad Crystals Co. I think I sent you a link to one of her TikToks.
I think so.
Yeah, because she was upset because she wasn't getting any views on it whatsoever. Which it turns out, would you stop licking my feet? That's gross.
Is that a dog?
Yeah, it was a dog. That's Smokey, the little pitty.
Oh, because my mom's dog does the same damn thing with my feet.
What are you nomming on? Please tell me it's not. It's just the pistachio shell. I'm. You swallowed it. No, you didn't. Ugh. Gross. Nothing like shoving your hand down a dog's mouth to freaking retrieve whatever he decided to pick up and start eating.
Yeah, that's always fun.
You found a pistachio shell. If you found another one, I'm gonna kick your butt. But yeah, so I was working on that. I finished that ish. Really have not done anything with this giant mess behind me because I haven't had any money to do anything once I finished it, so I haven't bothered. This whole last month has kind of been not the greatest as far as motivation. Literally watching my YouTube channel, like, I don't know, and apparently this is happening with not just my channel, but like, I'm down several $100s this year over last year.
Damn.
Several $100s. And I have several $1000s into this year alone as far as money into the channel. So to put a bunch of money into the channel for it to do worse, not very helpful.
No.
But yeah, I mean, I still have some stuff I can do. Where's Harvey at? I haven't seen Harvey today. Well, I actually, you know what? I shouldn't expect most of them to pop in today. Because it's New Year's. It was more of just get another video in before the end of the year. It is a down year, period. At least for me. Though, like, a lot of my stats aren't really that much lower than last year. It's just ad revenue is tanked. But I put out more videos this year than I have in a long time. Not as many as I probably should have put down, but I still have that truck to do. What are you doing? Stop. I'm gonna send you back out to the couch to go lay down. Yeah, I still have that truck model one to do. I need to hunker down and pick up that airbrush and the little air compressor, because that's what's stopping me from doing more of the scale model stuff. Is I'm afraid to do like the detail work on the engines and stuff and then spray paint them for them to come out all of the detail be lost. You know, it's one thing stripping a body down, stripping something that you've put a lot of detail work into is a pain in the ass, and you really risk losing or breaking it once you try to clean it, once you get the paint off of it. You know, car bodies are pretty smooth. They're pretty easy to get the paint off of them. An engine or suspension part or something like that you flood with paint because those paint cans come out way too fast. You know, that's a little different. Jesse says, what do I want to accomplish next year in 2023? You want to answer that one first, or do you want me to?
More or less, in 2023, it's going to be work, and I'm actually going to be getting married in July.
Ooh, congratulations. All right. 2023, as far as the channel is concerned, Jesse, well, I'll answer Jesse's question first. Jesse says, can I dip it in something? I do. I use Purple Power. You can't use, I used to use brake fluid. Like really, like literally, what is it, .3 brake fluid or whatever. I used to use that to strip the paint off of my models. Though you have to watch doing that with today's models. The recycled plastic will literally disintegrate in brake fluid. So you got to watch using brake fluid in with today's newer models. Like the old school models from like the 90s and older, you're fine with those. I have no idea why your thing is making noise right now.
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah, that noise. Right there. Is it your keyboard? Am I hearing your keyboard through the...
Is it?
Like the touch feedback? No, I'm not hearing it there. Nope, not there.
It might be a keyboard on the tablet of my mom.
Oh, it might be. It just sounds weird. But yeah, I used to use brake fluid to clean my bodies, and stuff like that. It would literally just boil off like it would be like aircraft stripper on metal. But with today's models, you have to worry about it because you can dunk a car in brake fluid, and when you go to pull out the car, you have half the car. Because all of the thin parts, wherever the plastic is thin, literally will get eaten away. So I now use Purple Power. It's basically a degreaser. And it works just fine. I can leave that stuff in there for days, and it'll be fine. With the Purple Power, the most you have to worry about is making sure you either wash your hands immediately afterwards, or better yet, use a pair of gloves, because the degreaser will literally pull all of the oil and moisture out of your skin. But you still have to scrub them. Yes, it breaks down the paint. Yes, it'll whatever, but you still end up having to scrub them because a lot of the times the little nooks and crannies will still hold the paint. And it's that scrubbing process that if you have suspension parts or a built engine that you painted that came out, bad, that you can end up damaging the part. So yeah, you can dip them. The other thing you can dip them in is oven cleaner. You can spray them down with oven cleaner. I do use that to Break down chrome. You can use oven cleaner. You can use bleach. What else? What else kills chrome? That the purple power will also get rid of chrome. Yeah, basically any strong degreaser. But just watch. I would check out what the ingredients are on purple power. I don't know if mean green will do it. Mainly, I think the ones that we use that I see is super clean and purple power. Those are the two that I see the hobbyists use the most. So I would stick to purple power or super clean because I think those two are basically the same thing, just different brands. I cannot vouch for mean green though. That might be different. But that's what I generally use. But like I said, the thing is I want to get at least a decent all-around airbrush because I would much rather be able to control the amount of paint flow. So it would have to be a dual action, not a single action. And I'm looking for a gravity feed style with a cup versus the siphon feed or side feed. Now, ultimately, I want to get an Apex airbrush from Ultimate Modeling Products, which is basically a rebadged. It's not a rebadged because it is a Badger airbrush, but it is made specifically for UMP. And it's about how much is it? It's like $150 for just the airbrush. Whereas the one that I'm looking at getting for a starter airbrush is like $40. So just giving Bradley all the money, huh? And he's still ahead of Cat, not by much though. He's only ahead by like 2,000 points now. So got Brad all the way up in 5th. Which got Brad. Nope, your dad still beats you out for the top 3 because I don't count Jess. Jess is gonna win. We're not kicking.
Yeah, I was ahead of him for a while till work started, and I missed a lot of the live streams.
Yeah.
But
Miss Formy and Pilot used to always be at the top.
Mhm.
They haven't been. Pilot hasn't been on in a while.
yeah,
He has been, but not like a lot. He was on like the last 2 weeks, but like it was like, yeah, because like I had like a whole month of like dead live streams. You were on one of them. Remember, we had like literally nobody in here, nobody to talk with. We have Jesse, which I think is the only one we have right now. Hopefully, by being on here, we'll get like maybe Harvey or somebody will pop in. But I kind of don't have high hopes for people popping in because it's Christmas Eve. That isn't very nice. He's not even here to defend himself. Yeah, but the problem is now Cat's ahead of you, Jesse. Oh, she's definitely ahead of him now.
I want a challenge. I love it.
It took you all year to get ahead of her. Took you all year. Challenge. I mean, how is that not a challenge? And somebody like I had to knock your dad off the stream boss because my stream boss decided to act freaking screwy, and I had to reset it.
Nice.
Oh, I don't think you got to make up like 2 million points in one night, and you never know when I'm gonna log off of here. You better hope it's a long night. Go invite some friends over. You gotta get our chat going so you have time to be here. But anyway, so yeah, with the airbrush stuff, I need to get an airbrush so that way I can lay down some smoother base coats under stuff. I mean, I don't mind detailing with a brush, but laying like a solid color, like a broad base color, you end up getting brush strokes, especially the bigger, the flatter the piece. So you get like door panels and stuff like that. You'll end up with brush strokes. Like I said, I don't mind detailing with a brush, but when it comes to big flat open areas, you kind of want there to be, we want the airbrush. Plus, I have the Chevelle body still to do, and I definitely don't want to spray that with a can. The truck was enough of a pain in the ass, especially since I'm adding a bunch of photo etched parts to the Chevelle. Oh, by the way, anybody watch Vice Grip Garage's new video out? He potentially found a heavy Chevy.
Ooh.
Like one of those rare Chevelles.
Right.
It was converted to a drag car back in the 80s, and it ran up until around 88 and then was parked. And it's literally a time capsule. It is 80s drag race. It's the epitome of 80s drag racing right now. Like it just teleported to the future. It sat in a garage for the whole time. He needs a lot to pass his dad. Yeah, he does.
And he's like $1,050,000, $1,040,000.
Yeah, you better start
something like that.
You better start gambling.
I gotta wait for the
Cool down.
stream boss to allow it to go.
I wish I could find a way to get, like, if you buy merch or whatever, it attacks the stream boss too, but I don't think I can do that. Because that's Stream Boss is through Streamlabs, and my merch and all that is not through their merch company, because I won't do it through their merch. I can't commit to whatever quality that they are doing their merch at. And we found out through my last company how bad it could be. And I'm not having shirts out there with my name on them that literally the emblem falls off of them within 3 months. Fuck that. That was the end of that. I still have shirts that I think I wore it the other day. It's not in here. I have shirts that I bought beginning of the year, and they still look like I just bought them yesterday. So definitely not. I definitely like the new company. I still have to get me one of these Mind Blown shirts. I haven't even been able to buy my own shirts. Been that broke.
Yeah, I've been looking at that shirt.
With the Mind Blown. I have two versions of it. I have the sketch version from before I cleaned it up and colored it in, and then I have the fully colorized version. It's actually you're looking at it right now. Just look down.
Yeah, right here in the right corner.
Yeah, look down just a little bit, and you'll be staring right at it. Just don't drool.
Okay.
Don't drool on camera. Just like cover your face if you're gonna drool.
Okay.
That was fun. Like that. And the thing is there we go. The thing is I just came across a memory of when I teased the original drawing of that, which is where I had the pistons coming up out of the top of the brain. So the original concept of that shirt, did not have the blower out the top. It was just it was zoomies, and then the piston head sticking up out above where the zoomies are, and then it would have a distributor and I think a carburetor.
Nice.
And then I was just farting around with it. I'm like, you know what would look even better? We just stuffed a brain around an engine.
Yeah, put a blower on it.
Exactly, because I had to figure out how can I make this look like an engine while it still looked like a brain. So I hope people get it, but I don't know. I haven't had any sales on my website yet, and it is what it is, but it's there. Oh, It's mind blown. Like, and my boss is the one that came up with that because I showed him the original concept where I just had what did I originally call it? This is the sketch version. What's on your mind? Where's your mind at? I think I said the original was where's your mind at? Or where's your head at? Something like that. And he looked at it and he says he said blown mind or mind blown. And I just like that's it. Because it's like then I thought maybe I'd incorporate like different brands, but I was like, no, it's just too much work, too complicated. Keep it simple, stupid. And I don't think the artwork itself was beyond my expectation because the chrome almost looks like chrome. Like I don't know if you've seen that picture up close. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. Let's see. Can I don't want to share a video file. I don't want to share a slide. All right, let me bring it up on the computer here. Don't need it that big. Okay, there that is. Share screen. I want that. There we go. So yeah, like it's literally just paint. Well, not real paint. It's digital paint. But the chrome zoomies and stuff, they really look kind of like chrome. I think it came out really good.
It did.
Somebody said about putting like flames out the zoomies. I'm like, nah. I think that'd be just too much. But yeah, it's a quick and dirty coloring. Like I didn't do like a whole lot of. I didn't think I needed to do a whole lot of super detail because of what it was going on. I wanted it to look cartoony. I wanted it to look rough. Who's on cooldown now? Jesse's on cooldown.
Yep.
But yeah, so and you can get it on a bunch of different colors, I think.
I found it looking good on a like navy blue shirt.
Well, here, let me pull up let me pull up the website and see what I can. This is just us, so. And then whoever else sees this later.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining outside. I can hear it.
Oh, it's raining all day up here by me.
Not settings. Present. Share screen. Yeah, that's it. Editing notifications.
Welcome.
So you said it looked good on
Like a navy blue or the black.
Berry, was it Berry? No, it's not Berry. That's the one that I have up there. The black. I think it looks good on the black. Then I have a partial black. There's Heather Black. Heather Raspberry. No, it's the same thing. It's just different. Mauve? Did I have it different colors for different shirts and mustard? Not sure if I had different colors for different. Yeah, there's no navy blue.
Hmm.
Unless they ran out of navy blue, so it's not up here right now. And then
Maybe it was the black one.
and then the back is
This
just
is like
the back is just a logo. I think it also does this one have the one that's on the stuff on the sides? No, this one doesn't have anything on the sides. It will have my logo on the back of the where the tag goes. Yeah, there's the other one. Where's your head at? That's on the back of the shirt though. Well, this one's cool because this one I forgot that I had the engine behind the logo on the front of the shirt and on the one sleeve. See, it's on the one sleeve over here.
Yep. That's a good looking shirt too.
I don't think any of them are really bad looking. There's the NOVAtazz Live one. Logo on the side of the sleeve. This one that everybody wanted, I have not sold a single one of these ever. Like, I even put this one up to a vote, and this is the one you got everybody picked, and then nobody bought one.
Hmm.
That theirs is in black. One of my favorite ones. Do you get that one, Brad?
Yeah.
So it's when you're a geek but also a gearhead at the same time.
Yep.
So those ones have the logo on both sleeves and then the image on the back. This one's with it on the front, and then the logo on the back. I have this shirt. I think I have that one. Yeah, I've worn this one on the live stream. See that, like, I like it while the stuff's on the front, because when I'm sitting here doing live stream, then I have like the logo while sitting here. But if I wear ones like that,
Yep.
the only logo is on the sleeve. And both the shirts that I have don't have a logo on the front. Because I have this one, and then I don't have this one yet. But I don't even have my own shirts yet. I have this one. And so, like, yeah, the front, this one has nothing on the front. Did I lose Jesse? Oh, Jesse's still here, maybe. What's this one? Is this one just the basic logo? Yeah, this is just the logo. Nothing but the logo. Then I have these ones still with the flag. There's a few that I didn't remake and bring over here because I didn't know if anybody wanted them. Then there's the truck one. Which I love that truck logo with the mud splatter behind it.
Yeah.
And that truck. I also just got the notification for the memory of when I started doing this truck, which was right around this time. That was back in, it's 4 years ago. Over 4 years ago that I started doing the Dodge. That's all the ones that I have right now. I had more on my Teespring. That's a chop. Okay, you have the Dodge, that Dodge truck one, and then you have this one too, which has the truck splash with the live stream. So I have two different truck ones. You made it back from the island. Well, Jesse's starting to claw his way back. You still got a little bit. Everybody's on fucking cooldown. Yeah, like I don't have a whole lot up right now because I wanted to see. I didn't want like I thought maybe that I had the issue I had before is I had too many options, and so I didn't want a whole bunch of different options. I wanted to get I don't know. I just felt that maybe there was too many options, and that's why nobody was buying. You can have too many because the thing is you need to sell a certain amount of each shirt. If I have too many options, I got too many listings out there, and then it can cause me to not have listings for other things I want to do. And if nothing's selling, then it doesn't help any. I don't know. And I thought this website was pretty cool looking, but we have each of the different. I wish I could put a link to like the photos for just that car, but it does take you to the playlists. So yeah, it does take you to the, so like if you clicked on the Christine one, it'll take you to her playlist. And I think the same thing with the Ram. Actually, it takes you, the Ram's got both of them because the first couple are the green truck, which I didn't have too many on there. I think everything from here back is green truck, and then I got the brown truck. So that was brown truck I got 6 years ago. I think I only had the green truck for a year. You made an account. Oh, on here. Well, the thing is there's got to be a bunch of people on here, and there's not right now. I figured this will get more popular the more people use it. It does have like if you're on the website, it shows you like recent Instagram pictures. There's the snake that I did for Jess. Anybody see the Christmas thing that I did? That was pretty cool. It was a quick edit on Instagram. This is all the YouTube videos. And just like a quick story thing. I gotta come up with a new logo for next year. Don't know what I'm gonna come up with for next year's live streams. Yeah, I got it in like 2015. Because I got the TA in 2014. The green truck. I got the green truck to go get the motor for Jean Grey. And then the green truck blew up, and then after I got the engine fixed, the transmission let go, so then I sold it, and I used that money to buy the brown truck. But yeah. So yeah, I never finished answering your question about 2023. So 2023, I'd like to get the model stuff up and going. I mean, that kind of was my goal last year, but the whole not having a spray brush kind of held that up, and buying parts for the Trans Am cost a lot more than I thought they were going to. I thought the beginning of last year, I thought I had basically everything I needed to get the Trans Am up and going. Then we got the Trans Am here, and we realized that the radiator was full of holes. The wiring harness needed to be completely replaced. So I had to get the heater core, the radiator. And that was, geez, that radiator and the dual fans was like over $600. It'll be worth it though. Hopefully. if gas is around long enough for me to be able to enjoy the damn thing after I get it built. So yeah, I did the yeah, so yeah, like that last year I picked up what did we pick up last year? We picked up the ignition control module, the coil, the wires, the wiring harness, the radiator and cooling fans. I did the dash with all of the buying twice the amount of vinyl I needed because I fucked it up the first time. Yeah, I had I'm not gonna lie, I had $2,000 out in loans by March. By March, I had $2,000 in loans just for the YouTube channel. I had to pay for 3 years of that website too, beginning of the year, which I think that was around $300. Yeah, no, that baby probably will never be done when it's done. As long as I can drive it. Though that one definitely won't be because that one's just getting thrown together enough to keep the rain out of it and let me run and start it and move it. You know, be able to drive around the block. I should be able to get it inspected. Though I will need to get the windshield replaced before that. Hey! Geez, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm not sure. Did you ever watch the video I did way back when I lived in, what the fuck was that? It was back on a horse farm, and I had a guy that that took me for a test drive in his Z01. Yeah, we went to Mexico in that car.
Nice. I think I did watch that.
That was a quick rip. I'll tell you how fast we went off camera later. It was definitely Mexican speed limits. Oh, he opened up his own performance shop.
Nice.
I might have to hit you up later for some stuff because I'm not sure if Andy, if you've seen, but my TA, we are in the middle of putting a I don't know if you do tuning or not. But we put a Holly Sniper in the Trans Am and it's probably going to end up needing a tune at some point. But yeah. Getting a 455 engine into it. Oh my god. Your ZL1 is. That's nice. So yeah, I forget what video was that because I don't know if it actually says like ZL1 in the title. I don't want it to make noise. My videos. Yeah, that video would have been. Geez, that was a while ago. That video would have been. Yep, just further back than that. What? How do I get to go over? There we go. Way before that, way before that, way before that. Did I put
It's a project,
Yeah, so I did have ZL1 in the title.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is. Can I share it? Get a shareable link. Copied. Here's the link for that. Yeah, it's yeah, if I click on it, it's gonna bring up the video itself. Does it say, should this be my new car? That's right. Yeah, I couldn't afford that. Oh, that car, I still drool. I want the engine out of those cars though. That's the engine that's in those cars is what I want to put in the Nova. Wow, broken for 2 years. See, I wish you lived closer because being a machinist is really what I would love to do eventually. But yeah, not in Texas. I mean, technically, I run a CNC lathe. I can't talk apparently. I run a CNC laser currently for the Great Dane Trailer Company. I have puppies here somewhere. Where are my puppies? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I have one of. That's cut off of our CNC laser. A really bad cut though. They definitely did not have the machine set up right when they cut that. That's horrible. Because the back of these parts should look like this. Yeah. Because there's the pierce point up here. You can see the pierce point. And then this is the back side. That's how that should look. Clean as a fucking whistle. A little bit of slag maybe, but not bad. And that's mild steel. This is stainless. This one's a bad piece too. Mine don't come out that bad. There's just a better piece. That's the back side. It gets a little bit of slag on stainless, but yeah, I just can't afford to move all the way down to Houston though. You know, it's not like for me it's not just me. I have my kid that's with me, and then you have the two that I don't have, and then moving away from my mom as well. My mom's not in the greatest of health, so really don't want to move all the way down to Houston. I'm like basically me and my one brother are the only family she's got left. I don't want to move all the way down to Houston or something like that. So I'm stuck up here in coal country. Hope to see you more on the channel though, Andy. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a wild ride. I don't think I've ever accelerated that fast other than flying in a plane. I was supposed to go and drive an Audi, one of the what is it, R8s. I was supposed to do that this summer, but with work and everything else, I wasn't able to make it. We were supposed to go down to, I think, out to Pocono to go do that. It was either Pocono or Dover. I forget. Well, I appreciate that, Andy. It's hard to tell who follows and who doesn't because not everyone comments. I'm guilty of that too with the people that I follow, especially when I'm watching on like TV and stuff. Like when I'm watching it on my TV because you can't really leave a comment. I don't know if I might like that, except for I might have to next inventory week. I might have to do that. Though that's over Christmas. Last week was technically inventory week at my my work. Which technically I wasn't supposed to be working, but the laser was down the whole last 2 weeks before inventory. And they literally got it up and running like the day before Christmas break. And so we ended up having to... I'm getting an echo now. Why am I getting an echo? What did you change, Brad?
I didn't change anything.
I'm now hearing myself. All right, anyway. We ended up having to run the laser, the whole fab shop last week because the laser was down 2 weeks before Christmas. Are you trying to keep your brain from melting out of your head?
No, I was trying to move the speakers back up towards my ears.
Mm. Dude, I'd love to have some old milling and lathe machines. Or I don't need some. I need one of each. A mill and a lathe in my home garage, but I don't have the space. Building a 200 horsepower twin turbo 427 Corvette. You can't post a link in my comments. It won't let you. You'll have to send it to me. Yeah, YouTube won't let you post links because of people that like to scam people. So you have to send it to me on either Instagram or Facebook. I can then post it. Well, I can't. I have to have the link first. So you just need to send it to me somewhere where I can copy and paste it, because it won't let you post it in anything on YouTube. But yeah, unless it's on your page, maybe. Oh God, I just got smacked with a tired stick. It's on a freaking 11. I need to go get another beer. Nobody guessed it, by the way. Shinerbach, your mom drinks this. Not your mom, your stepmom drinks this. It's from Texas.
I barely know what she drinks.
It's from Shriner, Texas, which is down by where he's at. Well, maybe not right around the corner, because Texas is pretty far. Oh my God, he says it's garbage beer. Well, I mean, I got Killigan sitting here too, and there was a Guinness sitting here.
There was.
I must have thrown the bottle out.
That's not bad.
The only other things that's sitting here is my empty bottle of Gentleman's. I do have Not Your Father's root beer in the fridge, and Green Apple Angry Orchard. What's my Instagram? You can go up to the top of my page. It tells you there. But everything is NOVAtazz. I mean, that's the cool thing about having branded content, is normally all of your stuff is the same thing. But yeah, you can find my Instagram as NOVAtazz, along with Facebook, Twitter. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram are my basic ones that I use besides YouTube. Damn, you're losing money, Brad.
Yeah, I lost at that time.
Tinder. Who says I have Tinder? I have a girlfriend. What do I need Tinder for? I may have had Tinder at one point. I cannot confirm or deny whether or not that was NOVAtazz or not. Don't think it was. I think it was my... See, the thing is the other thing with being branded, any content that you have or profiles that you want private, you don't have it as NOVAtazz. Or whatever your branded content is. So yes, I have an adult life. It just it is not branded as NOVAtazz. All right, I got to pull that up on. Follow Texas Speed. Is that the same 427 engines from Texas Speed that McFarlane Cletus uses in his cars? Where's my messages? There they are.
He said, no, I build things that last.
Oh, okay. I just think that Cletus just well, then maybe you need to start sending in engines to Cletus, or it's just Cletus is just that hard on them. Yeah, if you send me the link to that, I'll post it. Where is that bad boy? How do you not have a picture of your Zeal went up? Yeah, if you send me... I think this is the Corvette. No, maybe not. Gorgeous Corvette, though. There it is. Send me the link. There we go. All right, I sent you to his thing. Oh, Jesse lost too. You guys are all losing. And if you don't realize, I have like a points contest throughout the year, and this is like the final day, and whoever's at the top of it gets merch and shit. Wow, you only had a... Jeez. What'd you do for machines though? Because that's just expensive. Yeah, I can see it. He's got not much in the way of shop accessories in there. I want one of those. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't have that ability anymore. I'm too old for that shit. Should have done that shit back when I was in school. Wasn't smart enough. Okay. Yeah, it's always the machining part that I mean, I know how to build the engines as far as at least the old shit. Um but yeah, I've always loved the machine work. I watch a if you like machining work, there is Inheritance Machining on YouTube, and I'm absolutely digging his content on there. You shaking your head? Do you seen his stuff on there, Brad? I didn't know if you were shaking your head at my comment or.
No, I won this time.
Oh, you won. Oh, so you were shaking your head in victory.
Yes. And I agree with you.
What?
Out of here.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
I need a. I can't leave if you're leaving, but that's okay. We're sick of that. Should make it snow again. Just for shits and giggles.
Well, it still is wintertime.
Oh wow, why did it mess that all up? I didn't remember it doing that before. There we go. I don't know why it messed that up this time. Last time it didn't do that. But let us know, let us know. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I don't think he almost got snow down in Texas the other day. I do like his channel. That freaking engine that he completely fucking destroyed was pretty epic. And the fact that they were able to fix that block. You see that one, Brad? All but windowed his fucking Steve Morris in the what car was that? I think it was was it one of his Camaros that blew up? He was on a drag drive event and detonated the engine. Like I don't think it was I think it was the wagon. Yeah, it was the wagon. Detonated the engine and literally windowed the block, and they repaired the block.
Oh.
Yeah, he had what had happened is he had gone with a new set of rods that he was testing out, and whatever metal they were made out of, they just came apart. The rods literally shattered like glass. I mean, I've never seen rods look like that. You should go check it out. It was epic. But yeah, like every single rod, literally just it shattered between the piston and the. In fact, the engine was still spinning. Like normally when an engine grenades itself, it locks up. No, this thing was still fucking spinning. The RPM was still going up after it detonated. Because the rods were basically like glass. They just shattered, so there was no resistance. But yeah, I watch that. I watch a lot of different stuff. Not everything I watch is car content. Like I said, I watch Steve Morris's stuff. I watch Vice Grip Garage. I watch Cletus. I like a lot of the smaller build channels. There's a couple channels that don't even have 500 subscribers that I watch. Mainly, especially if they're doing with Firebird restorations or any kind of like muscle car restorations, I'll watch them. I find that a lot of channels, when they get too big or have too much money, I lose interest in them. Because they kind of lose focus, I would say. And they all just start like, I used to watch Street Speed 717, and I don't watch him anymore because he's not the content that I originally started watching anymore. I think that happens with a lot of the bigger channels. They get to the point to where they get so big that they get away from the content or the type of content that I originally started watching for. I think Cletus is the only one that's the opposite. Like, I didn't watch him when he was smaller, but I watch him now. The new four-wheel drive F1 fetus. Oh my god, F1 fetus. I haven't watched Street Speed in probably 2 years. I think ever since the Jesus Christ. Andy, you are blowing up my phone. I am loving all of the freaking eye candy, though. I need to mute my phone. It is just sitting here buzzing away. I'll have to look at those in depth later. Yeah, no, I haven't watched him. I think since the Raptor jumping incident and when he started doing that stuff, when he got that piece of land and started doing all of like the car destruction stuff, I was like, that's not what I want to watch. I don't want to watch somebody destroying shit that I can't even afford to get to begin with. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I understand he makes more money destroying that shit than he does keeping it. But it's just the same reason I don't watch Whistling Diesel. That's not. I don't hate him for his content. It's just not what I enjoy. I enjoy watching people fix shit, not break it. Well, unless they're. Let me clarify that. If they're breaking it because they're pushing the limits of what the vehicle or whatever can do, that's one thing. If they're just destroying shit to destroy shit, I don't find entertainment in that. I have fought too hard to get the stuff that I have to watch somebody destroy their shit. Yeah. Again, it's their shit. They can do what they want with it. I am not going to tell them they can't. Doesn't mean I have to support it or watch it.
That's like I watch Gentry and Son.
A 91 Suburban LS carb swapped. All right, now you're going to make me go look.
But they're rebuilding.
No, you almost had me. There is one problem. He went the wrong direction with it. You want to know what he did wrong? At least as far for it being up my alley. What did he do to a Suburban that would make me not like it? Carb is not always better. It is clean. It is not bad looking, just not my direction I would have taken it. Yeah.
Lowered?
It lowered it. And put the big... no, they're not big rims on that. It's just lowered. Which, I mean, long vehicles do look good lowered, just not the direction I would have taken it. Again, not my vehicle, not my thing, so other than it's only a little. Yeah, but I'd rather have it on an 8-inch suspension lift, sitting on 44s. That's more my thing. Especially the Suburbans, the K5 Blazers, those I absolutely love the way they look lifted. And the thing is that probably is only a 2-wheel drive, which, you know, there's nothing. I am not saying that it is bad, just not the direction I would have taken it. I am not hating on the man's vehicle. I don't really care. It's not a matter of a need. I mean, there's no need for me to have my Trans Am. There's no need for me to have gone all the way down to Tennessee to go pick up a Pontiac 400 to stuff in it. It's more of a want than a need. He's got something. He's got something for me. So hold on. We'll see what I got. Oh, there's his baby though. I'm gonna make the picture bigger. Fucking mean ass black ZL1. It's not gonna come up on this thing because whatever. Yeah, when it snows in Texas. Yeah, you're all. Well, I mean, you got Demolition Ranch down there in frickin' Texas. He's got that lifted frickin' what is it, 5-ton? Yeah, that 5-ton that's converted into a dual axle instead of a triaxle. Where he shortened it, or he had it shortened. All right, give me a second. I'm going to grab another beer. Give me 10 seconds. Brad, entertain them.
I'll try my best. Well, let's see here. You're... what, 50,000 away from being back above her? There, Jeff? The Barb might be his kitchen.
I have
46 seconds. Let's see here.
I have another cold one. What do we get?
Get a good beer.
A guy walks into... I play that joke all the time. Now, here's my joke. Have you heard the joke about the German, the Englishman, and the Irishman that walked into a bar? You ever heard that joke?
I've heard versions of it.
Well, you've never heard that joke. Do you know why you've never heard that joke? An Irishman never gets drunk enough to walk into the bar.
No, you don't get drunk enough to ever leave the bar.
But he definitely doesn't walk into it.
And he's always staggering.
No. But I meant literally walk into the bar. Not walk inside the pub. Walk into the bar, as in like...
Yeah, but he's not walking. He's always staggering. Because he's always drinking.
Yeah, but he can hold his liquor.
So he staggers.
He can hold his liquor better than the Irish and the German can.
So Jesse is like 50,000 away from being back over Cat.
See, he's hard at work.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. By the way, Killigan's.
Good beer.
Definitely. And I'm a beer snob, so, I mean, he may just not like Steiner Bock just because it's local, but I find it better than Yingling. And I have to watch, because there's a fine balance. I mean, I can be really snooty and just buy expensive beer. But my budget can't afford expensive beer. So I got to find, like, that fine line of the lower end, nicer beers.
Same here, Jess. I'd be working on my truck, too, if I could fit it in my garage, but...
Okay, so he tried to buy a 98 Chevy Tahoe that's been lit. Ooh, that it's not high end. It's nice, but it's not. It needs to be just a little higher.
Ooh.
That's nice. I like that. That is up my aisle. I don't drink beer. It all tastes like shit. I buy car parts instead. I do both. Like my first beer. Yeah, it was. Jeez. That's less than I paid for my Firebird. And to be specific, Trans Am. I paid $2,500 for my Trans Am. And that was back in 2014. I couldn't buy that car for that price now. Brad, what do you think I would have paid for... You've seen the condition of my car. What do you think I would have paid for my TA today?
Today? Huh.
5K?
I'd say 75.
Yeah. She's nice. So what year is the TA, and what are you trying to get for EF? Okay, so my TA is actually, it's up there. My TA is that car. It's a 79. It's got a 76 Pontiac 400. And I went with the Holley Sniper EFI kit for it. Because, and I went with the Quadrajet style they have. Now, I know it's not the best EFI out there, but it fit what I was looking for. So, with the Trans Am, I was looking for stealth. I was looking for something that isn't seen. Which, for the most part, I have it that way, even with the new stuff I had to add to it. And I can still fit the stock shaker on top of the throttle body without having to modify anything, which is what I wanted. So, and the car's not pushing crazy numbers. Wow. It says, well, none of those are fast. But yeah, we went with the Holley Sniper Quadrajet EFI, and I have their Hyperspark distributor, so that way it can control the timing. I have their drop-in tank fuel pump. I went with live wire spark plug wires. Oh, wait a minute. He is trying to say his Bronco is faster than my TA. Are we in agreement on that one? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, anything's faster than it right now with the having no wiring in it whatsoever. I work faster than it runs and drives. Yeah, that's the only reason it makes it faster. Andy, the complete wiring for that car is literally sitting in this box behind me. That is every wire that goes in the TA is in that box behind me. I have yanked out every wire. Actually, no, I lie. There are still some wires in the car. There's the wire that runs up to the dome light that's still in the car. I think there's a trunk light that's still in the car. That's about it. Built LS3 with a carb and EFI makes 650 horsepower. Yeah, but that's not the direction I want to go with the TA. The Nova, it's a different story. The Nova, I wanted to stuff basically the engine that's in your ZL1. That's what I would like to put in the Nova. But with the TA, I do not want to pull out the Pontiac engine. I'm not dropping an LS in the TA. I will drop a the stroked 455 from Butler. What is that, a 460 something? So yeah, I will drop that in there. Because that's a Pontiac block that Butler Performance does. So in the shop right now, I have a 96 Impala SS. Just put an LT4 in it with a 6LE. It should be finished. That is nice. See, I have nothing against necessarily dropping LS stuff in it, but it's Brad might know there's just something, there's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing with the Trans Am. Part of it is the first car that I ever got to ride in, and I'm talking home from the hospital after I was born, was my mom's 79 400 4-speed. So, yeah, I don't know. It's Pontiac's dead, and I'd rather not stuff I want to keep it Pontiac. Yeah, I saw pictures of that block. I haven't actually looked into it yet. So is it just the fact that it's a LS style block? Yeah, but the G8 GXP, that still was that was a Holden engine, wasn't it? Yes, no, maybe if I'm wrong. Oh, it was an LS. I don't know the modern engines as much. But again, Pontiac hasn't been Pontiac since '79. As far as, well, they still had the 301 for a little while, didn't they? 301 died with the 81 car. Yes, I don't know. I guess the thing I don't understand is what is the point of doing the LS 4-cylinder? You know what I mean? Is it just to use the LS heads, or board out GM 2.5? I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a dinosaur. I'm still stuck in my old school shit. LS3 head flows amazing. Yeah, I mean, even with that stuff, I'm not sure if any of you guys aren't Pontiac guys. There's a few companies out there that are making modern design heads for the Pontiac 400 and 455 that flow just as good as today's heads. And then you couple that with a modern Pontiac inspired block. Basically, if Pontiac were to have made a better, stronger bottom end. Who is that? I follow somebody on Facebook that is literally making those Pontiac heads.
Oh.
Those are all stock. They make them for the GTOs and everything. Ooh, somebody makes a nice 125th scale GTO 3D print. That's nice looking. So only curbside though. I would like to weld two LS heads together and put it on a... Ooh. 400. Oh, wow. Trying to find... big block Pontiac heads. There is no such thing as big block Pontiac heads. So Butler Performance is definitely one of them. But what is the other company that's putting out stuff? No, I can't find it now that I'm actually looking for it. No, there is no such thing as a big block Pontiac. The 455 is the same thing as the 400 as it is the 301. It is all the same block. Different bore and stroke. Maybe a different deck height, but it is the same original design. Yes, there is the 455. It is the HO. HO, right? No. HO or SD? No, it's the SD. It's the Super Duty. Right, Brad?
Huh?
455. That's the SD, isn't it? Super Duty?
I think so.
Yeah, it came out in the 76 Pontiac Trans Am. But still, it's not a big block. It's the same block. No, not a Ford Super Duty. Oh. You know, you can post this stuff Andy, if you go to NOVAtazz community on Facebook, you're more than welcome to share that stuff. That's the whole point of that group. Oh, if that isn't nice, machining freaking porn, I don't know. No, the pond is 455. Oh, there was two. There was the SD and the HO. No, this is Chevy stuff. No. Confused. No, this is GM stuff. This is Pontiac stuff. The 73, 74, 455 Super Duty had only two. No, I can't be fucking right. 290 horsepower and 390 foot-pound of torque at 3,600 RPM. That's only 8-to-1 compression, though. The HO made 300 horsepower and 415 foot-pounds of torque. Which I guess was a lot for mid-70s. Oh, that's net. That's why. That's right. And in 72, they went to the net ratings versus the gross ratings. So if 290 net would have been... Yeah, so the 73 455 gross would have been around 370 horsepower. I don't necessarily think that's true. I'm pretty sure the Buick 455 and the Pontiac 455 were different. Google is wrong. Pontiac did not make a big block. The 455 is not a big block. You go to any Pontiac forum and they will laugh your ass off if you say big block. Pontiac did not have a big or small block. What?
Buick introduced the big block 455.
Yeah, well, Buick might have a big block. Pontiac's had the same. The thing is that everything from the 301 to the 455 shared the same block. So there's not a big or a small block when it comes to Pontiac. Pontiac didn't make anything other than that one block. They made different bores and strokes out of it, but it's the same block. Chevy had a big block. They had a big and small block Pontiac big and small block 400. You know, they had one based off of the small block, and one that the 400 was the smallest of the big blocks. But Pontiac did not. And that's part of the reason why I'm saying it's BS that the 455 Buick and Pontiac are, because literally, like I said, the Pontiac block is the same thing from the 301 all the way up to the 455. Cut and paste what link? Well, that's what I said. It's not a big or a small block. It's just the Pontiac block. So technically, no, it's not a big block. A big block would mean that there had to have been a small block. There is none. It is what it is. They made one block.
What year is your Nova?
Mine, 77.
Oh.
Nothing special. Just to me.
Well, this towing company up here around me has a 63 Nova SS and a 64 Nova two-door sedan.
Those are
They're
both.
trying to
Those
sell.
are both what, shoe boxes? Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to call it a big block, Pontiac guys, you won't hear them call them big or small blocks. It's just the Pontiac engine. Because for there to be a big block, there has to be another block to compare it to, and there isn't. You know, that's like looking at a shoe on the floor and saying that's a big shoe or a little shoe. If you don't have a little shoe next to it, you can't call it a big shoe. What classifies it as a big block? I mean, that's what I'm trying. You know, you can't call it a big block if you don't have anything to compare it to. What defines a big block? Like I said, Chevy's got a big block because they have a significantly smaller block that ranges their smaller cubic inches. Ford, Dodge has a tall and short deck engine. No, it doesn't go by engine size. Maybe physical size of the engine, sure. The outer physical dimension of the engine, yes. Like I said, Chevy has a physically smaller block casting and a larger block casting. Pontiac has none of that. They have a single block casting. The engines are the same size on the outside. You can't have a 455 cubic inch small block. No, because the block is literally not big enough to have a big enough bore and stroke. You cannot bore it out big enough to get a 455 without running into the water jackets. There becomes the problem. You literally just do not have a literal size difference. No, yes. Oh my God, Jesse. GM's small block came out before they even thought of making engines that big. They wanted to get bigger, but their block literally could not physically get bigger, so they had to make a bigger casting. That's how you have the GM big block. Chevy's big block came out of necessity because they ran out of bore and stroke out of their smaller small block. Their original block. Pontiac didn't run into that issue. They never made their engines big enough to have to move to increase the size of the block. Hence the reason why there is no big block or small block Pontiac. No, it's not a big block because they can make a bigger engine out of it. The reason why Chevy has a big and small block is because they literally ran out of room on their small block design to be able to go any bigger in cubic inches. So they had to design a block that could. Pontiac ranged everything all the way down to a 301, all the way up to the 455 in one block. It's not a big or a small block. It just is what it is. It exists. That's what it is. The snow can go away now. I'm not feeling very snowy. How am I losing the battle with the 455 Pontiac? Is not a big block. Because like I said, to be a big block, you have to have a small block. Unless you can tell me, what determines it to be a big block. You have not proved that there is such thing as a big block. Because like I said, to be a big block, there has to be a small block. Otherwise, it's just a Pontiac block. You can't tell me it's a big block because it goes to 455. Well, it goes all the way down to 301. Does that make it also a small block? Okay, what about the aluminum ones? All right, we'll let Google decide this. What classifies as a big block? A big block engines have more metal and larger cylinders. They tend to produce more power and torque because of their weight. Small blocks are just that, small or smaller than big blocks. While small block engines still have metal and cylinders, they are typically smaller and fewer in number. That makes no fucking sense. I'm going to trust something from Nationwide to give me my answer. What is a small block engine? While the term doesn't always apply, a manufacturer had engine families at once. A small block engine is simply physically smaller than the big block engine. Because of the smaller size, pistons usually have smaller bores and shorter strokes, resulting in less displacement. Again, goes all the way. It's fucking slow, the end. Because these small blocks typically don't produce as much power, however, they make up for it by being lighter in weight. As one British manufacturer said, improving vehicles' performance, simplify and adds lightness. Lightweight can improve handling, blah, 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 blah. All right. What is a big block engine? Big block engine's physically larger and weighs more than a small block. Larger bores, longer strokes, bigger valves and ports can lead to truly outstanding power, blah, blah, blah. If a small block is quick and nimble, big block can be devastating heavyweight. There's Chevy. This is all still Chevy shit.
Not him.
Wow, I didn't even realize this. They went all the way down to 265 cubic inches. You, unusual for the majority for major automakers, Pontiac did not have a customary small block and big block engine families common to other GM divisions, Ford and Chrysler. Pontiac's V8s were all small block, sharing the same connecting rod length, except for the later short deck 301 and 265 produced in the late 70s and early 80s, before Pontiac adopted universal GM engines. So, yeah, I still stand by. They don't have a big block. Pontiac did the same thing. Rather than adding larger big blocks to its lineup, external dimensions of all their V8s from 326 to 455 were the same. Engine displacement is a function of bore and stroke. Pontiac's V8s share the same 6.625-inch connecting rod length, with the exceptions of the later short deck. Well, I already read that. Most Pontiac V8s had an overall length to the edge of the water pump pulley of 28 inches and an overall width of 27 inches. Dry weight ranged from 490 to 650 pounds. Completed engine. I don't know. I just I've been a Pontiac fan for how long? I mean, well, the 265 was what they called a short deck. The 301 and 265 were a shorter deck. So also a shorter connecting rod. But literally it's the same block, just the shorter head height. Godzilla Z01. Why do we always get into topics that ends up being heated and cause people to get angry? Oh, okay. Why build a Godzilla at this point when you can, they have the, I mean, he seems to be, just GM doesn't have like a Godzilla or a Elephant, do they? They don't name their stuff like that. I did not lose. It is not a big block. Oh my god. Literally just read that it's a small block. I don't know why we don't need that. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. No. If there's something that I want, it would be as far as, I don't know. Like I said, the GM stuff that I want for the Nova is going to have a modern engine in it. What that modern engine is at the moment, I don't know, because it's a matter of affordability. The Pontiac engine is going to stay in the Trans Am. Whether it's the 450, whether I upgrade to a 455 or I keep with the 400, it's still going to have a Pontiac engine in it. I don't care about that car being the fastest thing out there. That's not the reason I'm building it. The Nova, on the other hand, is more to cater to more of the modern muscle car crowd. So I don't mind putting, I mean, I wanted to stick with the old school small block Chevy or big block Chevy in those, but I don't know if I could afford for you to build me an engine, and Andy. I live on a child support paying father budget. So, unless my YouTube channel takes off and I get 1 million freaking views, I don't know if I could afford that. I mean, I'm looking at finding a junkyard LQ4 currently. That is the low end of my goal. Is a junkyard LQ4. A high end goal would be I want one of the supercharged engines. A GM modern supercharged engine. Not twin turbo, not single turbo. I want a supercharged engine. But I'm not looking to get one of those ones with the big blower out the hood. I want one of the... Yeah, I don't know how hard they are to find up here, or how expensive. Because this is all out of my pocket, and like literally, I spent $2,000 this year, and it has not paid back. Is that 500 for just the engine, or 500 for the engine plus the harness? Because I don't know if I want to go with a stock harness or go with like an aftermarket Holley Dominator harness. I hate waiting for people to reply back to comment. Well, that's what I was thinking. The Holley Dominator. Not the. I know I'm not going to run the sniper on that. The sniper's not even rated for that much horsepower. I think the sniper's only rated for like. We are talking about the engine that's going to go in the Nova whenever I get to that point. Andy was saying I should have him build me an engine. I'm like, I don't think I can afford him to build me an engine. I don't think it's respectful of me to ask him to build him something knowing that I can't afford what he can produce.
He can give you.
Huh?
Not right there, but he could build, you know.
No, I couldn't afford what he could build.
Yeah. I can't either. I'm a broke.
But I gotta keep an eye on the time. We have
about
14 minutes.
Yep.
Is this actually going to go off? Yeah, it should go off. Yeah, I have an alarm going off. That should go off for the minute before. But yeah, like so the Nova, the baseline concept for the Nova, I if I have to, I'll keep the Chevy 350 I got. But the first thing that's got to happen with that thing anyway is the body. I need to get that back on all four wheels and ready to put anything in it. So I've got to prep the new body to have the modifications that the old body did. So they get that nose down ASAP look that I have. That's the other thing. I don't know how well those modern engines are going to like that rake that I have on that car.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, modern engines don't really have to deal with that. Let me pull up that car. I'm worried about oil and shit like that. How far back do I have to go to get a picture of that car? This doesn't make it look as extreme. It doesn't look as extreme in that picture because I don't think the camera's level. I had to literally point the headlights as far up an adjustment as I could just so that they would reach down the road. Otherwise, they would just point directly in front of the car. $1,200, but yeah, that's $1,200 down there. I haven't done a search up here, so I mean, honestly, I would like to not have to deal with the. Do they have the electronic pedal in those cars with those harnesses? I'd rather not have to deal with any of that shit, like having to have that special pedal or the steering column or keeping the stock gauges. You know, I would rather keep the interior of my car looking old school. I don't want a modern steering wheel in it, you know?
Well, that would all fall down to pinning and finding what wires you need for that engine to run in your
I
car.
would have to think that at that point the computer would have to be flashed if I were to stick with a stock computer. Yeah, I understand that, but at that point I'd probably go to a Holly if I set up, because then I could get away with the stock computer completely. I might go carb to begin with, but what's the point of having an LS if you don't have the tunability of the fuel injection? You know what I mean? The fuel injection and the coil packs, and I'm not talking like throttle body fuel injection. I'm talking, the port injection. No, not. I understand it's a Holly carb. Oh, the Holly carb EFI. That's what I'm basically running. It's not a carb though. It's still a throttle body. EFI carb. That's an oxymoron. It's a throttle body injection. TBI. I mean, unless I'm getting that wrong too. I mean, to me that's TBI.
Throttle body injection.
It's not but better. It is TBI. Yes, it looks like a carb. That's what I have on the TA. Literally what I'm running on the TA. Oh, that was before I cleaned it up. Hold on. I got a nicer picture than that. Do this one. There you go. Well, yes, it's different technology. I mean, it's modern technology, but it's still TBI. It's not a carb. But yeah, I mean, yes, this is simpler, but I have found out it's not any fucking cheaper once you get done with everything. I mean, I have what, $1,300 into the carb itself, another couple $100 for the distributor, another couple $100 for the yeah, I have well over $2,000. At that point, you might as well keep the stock EFI set stuff and just switch it over to a Holly ECU. Yeah, but the regular carb you can't tune like you can these. And again, there's also we're completely missing the whole point of it still needs to make YouTube content. You know, at the end of the day, I need this build to be relevant enough to catch the attention of new subscribers. And it's the whole reason I went with this EFI setup on the TA instead of rebuilding the carburetor. I mean, yeah, the thing is it's complicated because at the end of the day, it's not just me building my car. I'm also providing entertainment for the people watching. And I also need to be relevant to a point. And Jesse, that might be your case for the fact that you're not producing content for people to consume. You're building your truck for you at your budget. You know, whereas I am trying to grow my channel but also build my cars. So I need to burn both ends of that wick. I still need to keep the car what I want and how I want it, but I also need to build the car that people are going to be interested in watching. A problem is that stuff isn't going to grab you subs. This day and age, people that are watching are going to skip over that. Unfortunately, the thing is Andy, it's everything. Unless I'm blowing my fucking car up with dynamite, you're gonna have those people. I can't say that the stuff that I'm doing right now isn't grabbing me views. It is. I mean, I maybe not grabbing them in mass quantities, but it is. Yes, I do agree. But there are people out there like Brad, like Jesse, that don't want to see things destroyed. I can't afford to destroy stuff at that rate. I can't even afford to build shit at some of the rates that people are building these things. So I still need to work within my means and do the things that I need to do and still hold true to the whole reason I started this YouTube channel to begin with. You know, the whole point I started this, and this was way back before YouTube was about fucking destroying everything in fucking sight. You know, I started this channel back in 2013, 2014. And it was to show the progress of at that point, restoring my Nova. The Nova got parked, the Trans Am came into the picture, and then I had a bunch of life shit happen. So I was kind of on a hiatus for a couple years. Now I have a garage and ability to do it. And I'm finally starting to be able to produce the content that I wanted to produce, like Jesse said, about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was working on a paved lot behind my house. I didn't have anything. I built the engine that's in my Nova literally on a blacktop. So I mean, it is like I said, it's a balance. 5 years ago. Still have no idea why Google's freaking shit is so freaking whacked. Let's see if I can find it.
It's like I got a garage, but you know, my landlord's renting it from me for storing her Mustang in.
Yeah.
So
We literally have less than a minute for New Year's. When did I put the engine in the Nova?
duh. Ooh.
What?
Jesse.
I'll send them to you next year. That's funny. Yeah, I don't have the ability to do any of that. So I do things the way that I do them. I will maybe not gain subscribers in a crazy freaking amount, but I will gain them eventually. I'm hearing people cheer already. Oh. There we go. Dog is going nuts. There you go. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Smokey, come here. Kennel. Kennel. No. Kennel. Go in your kennel. Lay down. Down. Dog is upset. Well, for you, we'll have to do it in another hour. Dog is not happy. How loud is that?
Sorry, this New Year's for me and NOVAtazz there.
Yeah, I live on the East Coast.
Thing we're both in PA.
Let's just hope they don't freaking celebrate too much longer. The dog can actually settle the hell down.
Yeah. Poor dog.
Alright, I can get rid of this animation now, right? Oh, Brad, you didn't even get... Can you even see it?
Yeah. I got it pulled up on my TV plus my mom's tablet.
Okay, we can go back to being normal.
And Jesse is back in number 2.
Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, technically, that's the end of the points need to be held there. So,
Yep.
I need to screenshot what that is. Because that's what we're going to go off of. Are you going to chill now? Relax.
Go to bed, get up in the morning, and finish building a 416 stroker for the Camaro SS. Ooh.
So that's Jess, Jesse, Kat, and Chris. Maybe I'll do top 5, include you, Brad. Oh.
I was working on it. I was what?
Wait, who's leaving?
Andre Amelia.
Oh, see you later, Andy. Oh, twin turbo.
Ooh.
Oh, where'd you go? Are you still? Oh, you're still under me. Are you good now? Did they stop firing off the fireworks? Are you good now?
See here.
Hmm. No, I think we had him for 4th of July, so that's not his first fireworks here. Yes, he sent me pictures. It seems like the future of 2023 looks like 2022. Technically, it's not the future anymore. It's now the present. Well, for you, it's still the future. Oh, the drone.
Yep.
Yeah, I have the drone license stuff here. I don't think it would be too hard for me to get a drone. Like, how much are those mini ones nowadays? Or did they go way up in price too? Ooh, that can't be that great. Blackbird 4K is only $100. Quadra, I've never even heard of these brands.
Well, there's one on Amazon for $39.99.
What is it?
Oh, it's here. What am I looking for?
Yeah, the DJIs are the ones that I heard of before.
It's Jahapa.
Yeah.
Skill level for beginner.
How much are these? Yeah, no, they're $1,200. The Maverick 3s are $2,000. Oh, the Mini 2s are only 500. Yeah, all the ones that I was looking at, yeah, they're like 500 and up. $500 for refrigerator. Yeah, it's the DJ Mini 2 is the ones I was just looking at. They're like 500. What is a Flymore bundle? Nope. They're still setting off shit around here.
Of course they are.
Three batteries and a cool charger. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is I don't really have a whole lot for drone footage for here right now until the cars are running. It's kind of hard to fly a drone inside of the garage. I mean, I don't know how much higher of a shot I can get that I couldn't just reach with a tripod anyway. My garage isn't much higher than my head.
Stupid.
Did I show off my signs that I got last year? I unburied them the other day. No tools loaned here. Says try the next garage.
Nice.
This one is older and wiser. But old Ford.
Lovely.
Huh?
Beautiful.
Oh, this one. Hot Rod Garage. Just old metal signs. Well, they're not. They're new, retro metal signs. What's Jesse saying? Nice case. Very, very. Yeah, I mean, I would assume so. Those were like fucking top of the line when they came out. American Hot Rod Garage. I think I have one more regular sign, and then I have a door. This one. Trying to keep the glare off of it. So these are going to go out in the shop. I don't know if these are all going to go out in the shop or if we're going to hang some up in here. But I need to actually put up shelving in here so I can hang my model cars and stuff up here. And then I have this. Where is the opening for this? Is it on the bottom? Oh, it is on the bottom. Oh, they have it taped shut. I like this one. Can you read that?
Yeah.
I
Can't fix it. Charge for it.
It's a little door.
That's awesome.
So I think this one will actually go out in the garage. Yeah, I picked them up in Bloomsburg, I think, last year. I think it was
Nice.
Bloomsburg. Actually, it might have been the year before that. I might have had these for about a year now. Well, a year and a half. Because we got them, I think, right after we moved here. I don't know why you guys are keep gambling. The points are set. They're locked. I took a picture of them. They're done. Are you just trying to get to a certain point? Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, you tried to put Brad in front of... Well, too bad. I've already have it set, and Brad was already still lower than his dad. What are you trying to do? Get him up? Got him up over 100,000, huh? Or 1 million? Oh, let's see. What is going on anyway? He's no longer on. we stay on until Jesse is it's Jesse's New Year. I can just here, I can just ruin all of your guys' fun. You ready? I'm actually kind of curious though who has the most loyalty as far as hours. Jesse has
Wait, no.
what?
Jesse in the chat.
I can clear
Wait,
the
no.
points. I can reset the loyalty points like right now. I'll start everybody back at 0. Anyway, Jesse has 77 hours. Cat's got 52 hours. Pilot's got 41 hours. Brad has 35 hours. I don't think that'll work. If it does, it would. I think it would top out Jess. I think that's the only way you guys would beat Jess. No, no. I'm just saying that this is hours of watch time. So the hours that the CloudBot recorded that you were in the live. Jesse at 77 hours, Cat at 52 hours, Pilot at 41 hours, which is kind of weird because this is throughout the whole year. Brad at 35.75, Miss Formy at 24.33, Harvey at 23.17, Big E at 1492. Isn't that the year that Columbus sailed the ocean blue? It's amazing. It's been how long since I was in school, and that's what hit me. Those songs must have really done great. Wow, now you have more than Brad. I mean, you have more than Jesse now.
Mess with Cat, take a picture of that, and be like, "Oh, we had a slight error. This is the new ranking."
All right, stop playing with the rankings for a hot second, would you? I see what you're trying to do, and I'm gonna. Wait a minute. What did you do? Oh, you already. It's too bad I already freaking changed it anyway. I changed it manually. It got rid of all of your hours too. You're just gone from the list, period. You can't gamble if you don't have any money. Sorry. Can't gamble if you don't got money. Anybody like the live stream today, or did we just go through another whole live stream with no likes?
There are 5 likes.
Oh, wow. Our Christmas one, we got no likes. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't notice until after the live stream was over. I wonder what it's going to do with that. All right, see you later, Jesse.
Yes, later.
All right, I'm gonna reset this again. All right, I'm gonna end the live stream here. Everybody else is gone.
Yep.
All right, you guys have fun. I will catch you guys next. I don't know if I'll catch you guys next week. I might take a week or two off. I'm not sure yet. All right.
The iGamble did work. He got 300 Novats.
Guess what? No, he didn't. Because I told you, all the points are getting reset after this live anyway.
Yep.
Oh, all right. Catch you guys next year. Well, it is next year for you. Catch Jesse next year.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
All right. See you later.
Well,
Hold on. Can't leave yet. Still got to do the outro.
I wasn't even trying to argue with him. I was just letting it go. To watch people argue.